Welcome to my project on the evolution of the word processor and its profound impact on writing, reading, and literacy. I chose this technology because it sits at the heart of almost everything we do today as learners, educators, and writers. The word processor isn't just a tool. It changed how people think. It allowed writing to become flexible, revisable, and interconnected. It also became the bridge between traditional handwriting and the digital writing practices that dominate our world today. My personal connection begins with learning Japanese. Writing kanji by hand takes years of practice, but when I discovered Romaji to kanji input, it transformed everything. I could type a phonetic version and the character would appear automatically. It felt like cheating at first, but in reality, it made literacy more accessible and gave me confidence to communicate. That experience shaped how I view writing technologies today. The word processor emerged in the 1970s and radically improved on the typewriter. Suddenly, writers could edit without restarting the entire page. Scholars like Bolter describe this era as the moment writing became non-linear, opening new possibilities for arranging, linking, and revising ideas. In Japan, this shift was especially significant. Traditional literacy involved memorizing thousands of characters and mastering calligraphy-like penmanship. Word processors democratized literacy. They allowed everyday people to produce polished documents without decades of training. This change mirrored my own experience, showing how technology can reshape culture as much as it reshapes writing. Before digital writing, the tools enforced permanence. A mistake meant restarting. Revision was costly, so people wrote differently. They planned ahead more, took fewer risks, and committed to ideas before exploring them. The medium shaped the message. With the introduction of editing features, writing became more fluid. You could move sentences around, try new structures, save drafts, or collaborate digitally. Bolter calls this flexibility a remediation of print, where digital tools inherit print traditions but transform them entirely. In schools, the word processor shifted the focus from handwriting quality to writing quality. Students could revise multiple times without fear of mistakes. For English language learners and neurodiverse students, this opened the door to writing independence. The medium supports experimentation without penalty. In my classroom today, I see both the benefits and the balancing act. Handwriting still matters for developing memory, fluency, and personal voice. But typing allows students to express ideas faster and with more confidence. They can focus on meaning instead of mechanics. These aren't competing literacy forms. They complement each other. Handwriting builds cognitive foundations. Typing builds speed, structure, and multimodality. Understanding both is part of being literate in the 21st century. Now the word processor is evolving again. Voice to text is extremely accurate. AI tools can help students brainstorm, revise, and reflect. This raises new questions. What does authorship mean now? What skills matter most? And how do we teach students to be critical, ethical writers in a world where technology can write for them? Kress argues that every new communication technology reshapes what counts as knowledge. With the word processor, the shift wasn't just mechanical, it was epistemological. Writing became a multimodal act involving layout, sequencing, structure, and digital manipulation. The technology changed what writing is. Of course, every shift involves gains and losses. We gained accessibility, flexibility, and creativity. We lost some emphasis on penmanship and perhaps a bit of patience and discipline. Understanding this balance helps educators make intentional choices about when and why to use digital tools. Looking forward, literacy will be hybrid. Students will need handwriting, typing, and AI literacy. The foundational ideas introduced by the word processor continue through every new technology, including the one I'm using to create this project. In closing, the word processor did more than increase writing efficiency. It empowered learners, reshaped language learning, and redefined what it means to write. My own experience learning Japanese shows how transformative this shift can be. And as teachers, understanding this history helps us guide students into the next wave of literacy.